What my dog teaches me. You know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, turns out you don't need to. Dogs already know all the tricks you need to live your best life, and they're just sitting there, staring at you with those big, goofy eyes, waiting for you to catch on. Spoiler alert, you won't find these lessons in your self-help books. Let's dive in, because my dog has been secretly schooling me on life, and now it's time to share the cheat sheet. Lesson 1. Happiness is a chewed-up tennis ball. You might think happiness lies in a beach house or a fat bank account. Wrong. It's in a slobbery tennis ball that's been chased around the yard 37 times. Dogs don't care if the ball is designer or dug out of a bush. They love it because it's there. Meanwhile, you're out here overthinking your Amazon cart for 3 days. Life lesson: find joy in the small things. Lesson 2. Forgiveness has the memory span of a goldfish. You forgot to feed your dog on time, stepped on their tail, and denied them a bite of your sandwich. For a moment, you're dead to them. But 5 seconds later, they're back, wagging their tail, ready to love you again. Dogs are forgiveness machines. Meanwhile, you're still bitter about Karen not inviting you to her party in 2015. Take notes. Life's too short for grudges, and too long to keep reliving that one time someone borrowed your pen and never gave it back. Lesson 3. Sniff first, ask questions later. Dogs investigate everything. That weird patch of grass? Sniff it. A random shoe? Sniff it. Your best friend who just walked through the door? Sniff everything. They live in the moment and don't judge experiences before diving in. Meanwhile, you're sitting on the sidelines, overthinking whether or not to join salsa classes. Spoiler, you'll never know how spicy life can get until you sniff around. Lesson 4. Nap shamelessly, like the world doesn't exist. We human hustle, grind, and sacrifice sleep like it's a badge of honor. Dogs nap anywhere. On your couch, in a sunny spot on the floor, or on your lap when you really need to pee. And when they sleep, snoring, twitching, drooling. No apologies. Imagine if you could rest like that. Bet you'd stop crying into your 3rd cup of coffee by noon. Lesson 5. Your entrance should always be legendary. It doesn't matter if you've been gone 5 days or 5 minutes. When you walk through the door, your dog acts like you've just come back from saving the world. Tail wagging, full body wiggles, uncontainable joy. Now, imagine if humans did this. Walk into a room like your presence alone is the event of the year. Take notes from your dog. You're a big deal, and everyone needs to know it. Lesson 6. Own the room, even if you're the underdog. Dogs don't know how big or small they are, and they don't care. A Chihuahua will bark at a Great Dane like it's the king of the yard. Why? Because dogs have zero imposter syndrome. They show up, and they show out. Meanwhile, you're doubting whether you can even raise your hand in a meeting. Newsflash. If a pug can boss around a German shepherd, you can nail that presentation. Lesson 7. Treat yourself like you just discovered bacon. You ever give your dog a treat? It's like they've won the lottery. They don't just eat it, they savor it, parade it around like a trophy, and then celebrate like it's the best thing to ever happen to them. Humans? We eat snacks over the sink while scrolling Instagram. Stop that. Whatever you're enjoying, savor it. Pretend it's bacon. Lesson 8. Awkwardness is a power move. Dogs do embarrassing things all the time. They trip over their own feet, bark at their reflection, or fart so loud they scare themselves. But do they care? Absolutely not. Meanwhile, you're still replaying that one time you said, "you too," when the waiter said, "enjoy your meal." Embrace the awkward. Your dog does it daily, and they're thriving. Lesson 9. Be loyal, but have boundaries. Dogs will stick with you through thick and thin, unless you're holding a vacuum or a cucumber. They know when something's not worth their energy, and they don't feel guilty about it. Your dog says, be loyal to your people, but don't put up with things that suck the joy out of life. It's time to be loyal to yourself too. Lesson 10. Chase joy like you're on a mission. Have you ever seen a dog chase their tail? It's chaotic, hilarious, and completely pointless, but they do it anyway because it's fun. Humans? We overthink joy, weigh the pros and cons, and then schedule it for later. Stop. Chase joy now. Whether it's dancing in your kitchen or taking a break to stare at the clouds. Dogs aren't just adorable. They're life coaches disguised in fur. They're out here reminding us to live boldly, love fiercely, and nap unapologetically. So the next time you see your dog chasing their tail or staring at you with those soulful eyes, Remember, they're not just being cute, they're teaching you how to be human.